Hello and welcome. Now it's time to make our own keylogger with the help of a JavaScript and the PHP, which will be responsible to just hold our keystroke and pass it to the text file. So first of all, simply go to this file or folder, XAMPP and the htdocs. After that, I'll just create the new folder here. So I'll just name this as keylogger. After this, I'll just go over here and you can simply open the Sublime. So let me just remove all of this. So over here, what you need to do is we'll just save this to the same folder over here in the XAMPP htdocs and inside the keylogger now. And I'll just name this as, let me say something like key, and just press enter. So we want the front page, so or the web content, so we'll make use of this simple test PHP website. So I'll just go to view page source, copy all of this, go back here and let me just paste this down. So this has some bit of content because we want to make the keylogger that will just record some keystroke. So anyone who will just press some key or basically any character from the keyboard will be just recorded and it will be sent to some text file. So I want this field to be vulnerable. That means I'll just inject some code here. That means we'll just start making our own JavaScript code with the help of the PHP file. So first of all, we have saved this, so I'll just create a new file again. And in this new file, we have to make use of a JavaScript code. So let's make use of a JavaScript code which will just be inside this same folder, which is this directory, which is keylogger. So I'll just start with saving first. So inside this keylogger, I'll say something like code, and here I'll save this as JavaScript file. So it should be over here. So JavaScript. So let me just save this down. Now let's just start by creating the variable. So I'll just say keys, and it is not showing anything. Let's see why this is not showing. So first of all, let me save this again with JavaScript again. So JS file, or simply it should be JavaScript. Let's see if this works. Code.js, and simply save this down. Now it works. So basically we have saved this file. Now let's create the empty variable which will be keys, and I'll just say keys and I'll just say this empty. Let's make this empty for now. So what we did here was we just declare a JavaScript variable to store each keystroke that is pressed by the user. So for each keystrokes. So next one is calling the function to execute whenever a keystroke is there on the HTML documents. So we have to take reference of the document, which is the HTML document, which will be this page over here. So we'll just take reference first to that page, and when anyone presses, we'll just make call of this event, which is on key press, and we'll just pass this to the function, which will be our anonymous function with that E, which is basically the key that is pressed. So every time user will press, this method will be called. So first of all, we'll just get some window event. So I'll just say window dot event, and I'll make use of ternary operator over here. So I'll just say event else e. So let me show you what I'm doing here. We made use of if else event over here. So this part is a condition. If there is any event, it will just return event to this get, otherwise it will just return this character. So after that, we'll just make use of key to get the key code, which is with this key code. If there is any key code, or basically if that is the key, Then we'll make use of something like get keyword or get and key code if there is a key code. Otherwise we'll just get character code. So what we did here was we just get the character code from here. Now let's make this character code to the string. So we have to convert our typecast to the string. So we'll make use of this string class, and I'll just say from char code, and we'll just pass here the key. We just converted here that key, which is character, to the string. Now let's add these keys to the key. So we'll just make keys now, because that can be the multiple event, and we'll just append this to that. So what we just did here was we just append current character to the previous one. So there can be the multiple keys that is pressed by the user, so we'll just concatenate to the current character that is with the previous character. So now we have just completed our on key press event. When there is this on key press, or when there is basically the key pressed on the keyword, this function will be called. It will get the event, it will just get this key code, which is basically getting the character code. It will just convert that character code to the string. It will concatenate. So next one is we'll just set the interval that will be used to just get that key code. So there is a method in the window object, and in the window object we'll just pass the function again, anonymous function, and here what we'll do is we'll just get some request, or basically we'll send data as a get request by creating a new image. So let's see how this works. So we'll just say new image, and here I'll just pass src, and let's see, we have not yet created this KeyLogger, which is basically the PHP file which will be responsible to send the keystroke to the data file or a text file. So this is the some URL. I'll just discuss you in the next lecture how this work, but for now you can simply see here we have just passed with this help of keylogger.php file, which is yet to create with these keys. So we just pass this to the keys with the new image file. So we are just sending data as get request by creating a new image. So let's make these keys again empty. So I'll just say something like keys and this. After that we'll just close this function and set the interval maybe 10,000 millisecond or 1000 millisecond, that is nearly 10 seconds. So we just set interval to execute this function continuously. So we have completed over here. So you can simply remove this part. So we have made our own KeyLogger code with the help of JavaScript. So what we just did here was we just declared a JavaScript variable at this point to store the keystroke, and after that we just making a call to the function to execute whenever a keystroke is pressed on the HTML document. After that we just get here a character code. We just convert that to the string here with the string class, and after that we are just sending here the data as get request by creating a new image, and we are just setting the interval to execute the function continuously. So we have completed our code.js file, which is a JavaScript file. Now in the next lecture we'll just make this keylogger.php and the new text file, which will just inject in the same directory, which is basically the same directory over here in the KeyLogger. We'll just make that one and we'll just run our own KeyLogger in the upcoming lecture. See you in the next one.